In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can find the key to any song in a major key. You can apply this to the minor key as well, but this video is going to be for how to play or how to find the key to a song that is a major key. And if you watch until the end of this video, I will present you with a cool surprise that will help you continue on your beginner piano journey. If you are watching my videos for the first time and you were a complete piano beginner and you're like, I have no idea how to play the piano, but I would like to learn, here is a quick benchmark. C is the white key to the left of the two black keys, and it just goes D, E, F, G, and after G it goes A, and then B, and then after B is the next C, and then the sequence starts over. So the whole piano is just the same 7 white keys and the same 5 black keys that repeat themselves over and over again. So if you're looking at this video and going, what are you talking about when it comes to a particular key of a song? When you hear someone say, this song is in the key of blank, or this song is in the key of X, or a song in the key of, G or whatever. And by the way, you might see me use some black keys as an example. Don't be overwhelmed if you don't know the names of the black keys. This is really more of a conceptual video. So let's say if I were to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in the key of C, right? Here's C. Here is the C scale, or the C major scale. Sorry. So any song that's in the key of C is going to draw from that scale. What I mean by that is if you're playing chords or melodies in that particular key, you're going to be drawing the melody and the chords from the scale of that key. So if I were to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in the key of C, right? This is what the key of C would sound like. Now let's say if somebody were to ask me, Ayana, can you play the same song, but in the key of, let's say, I'm going to just pick a random key. Let's say if they were to ask me to play in the key of D major. D, which is this note, has its major scale, which has a different set of keys, but it sounds like the same scale as the key of C, but it just sounds a little bit higher. So here's the same scale, but just the notes are a little bit higher in tone. So if somebody were to ask me to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in the key of D major, right? D would be like the home key. And then the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song would sound something like this. And if you've noticed, again, the notes that I'm using to play the chords and the melody are drawn from the scale that belongs to that particular key. One more example, if somebody were to ask me to play the song in the key of G major, right? The G major scale would sound like this. Right? So this would be the home key. I'm using the home key. I'm using the term home key as a reference because we will be using this a little bit later, right? The Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song in the key of G major would sound like this. Again, I'm not expecting you to memorize any of this. I'm just really having you listen because I want you to understand the concept of what a key is before I give you some examples of how to find the key of a song and how or ways that you can easily start learning how to play songs in different keys, especially if you're in church or if you play in church and if you want to play for praise and worship. And sometimes people will start singing songs in random keys and you're just like, what in the world is going on? Then there are tools that you can use and learn to help you learn those keys a lot faster. So before I get into, now that you know what a key is or what people are referring to when they say the key of a song, I'm going to show you how to find the key of the song that you are trying to learn. Before I get into that, I do have a free Piano in 3 Steps video that is available in the description box if you are a complete beginner at piano and you want to get your foot in the door on how to learn, that free 3-step video is available in the description box of this particular tutorial. So make sure that you sign up for that before you leave this tutorial. You can just sign up with your email and you'll be good to go. So how do I find the key of the song? If I'm learning a song, or if I'm hearing a song on the radio or on Instagram, and I want to be able to figure out what key that song is in, I will give you some examples. Because this is YouTube, I'm not sure if I'll get a copyright strike if I actually play the actual record of the song, so I'm not going to do that. But I will give you an example of a popular song from a movie that came out. You might have seen the movie. It's called Wakanda Forever. One of the examples I like to use is Rihanna's song, Lift Me Up, right? So I'm not going to actually play the key of the song because I want you to hear how it sounds. I'm going to sing it. So if I remember the key, let me see. Lift me up, pull me down. I hope that's the key it's in. So please don't come at me in the comment section if that's the wrong key, because I know how you guys can get sometimes. So I'm going to sing the song, and I want you to hear the song in your head. If you've never heard the song before, I would suggest that you pull it up in whatever streaming app that you have and listen to it a few times, because this will be a good exercise for you. So the song goes, lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound, right? So if you listen to the melody, right, there's always going to be a note that the melody kind of resolves to, right? So lift, and it's not always going to be the first note of the song. Sometimes people think that the key of the song is whatever the first note is of the melody. That's not the case in this song. So just keep in mind that that is not how this works. So lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. So what is the note that all of the other notes in the melody are trying to resolve to, right? It's not lift. That's not really the note, right? So this is really about ear training. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. That is the note that you want to look for, that note that all the other notes are going to eventually resolve to. So ba 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 da 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 ba. Whatever that note is, that is the key of the song. Now, that may be something that you may not be able to conceptualize in the beginning. This is something that does take a little bit of ear training and a little bit of practice. So if you don't get it the first time, that is perfectly normal. So let's go ahead and figure out the key of that song, right? And the way that I sometimes figure it out is I would play the scale and see if the scale matches the melody. That's another way to figure out to figure out the key of the song, right? This is one of the reasons why it's important to learn the scale of every key, because then you'll familiarize yourself with each of the keys and you'll be able to find these notes a lot quicker. So let's start with, I'm just going to pick a random key, and let's see if this song is in that key. Let's see if the song is in the key of F. We're going to do a little bit of an exercise. So, lift me up, hold me down. Doesn't sound like it matches, so we know that it's not the key of F, right? What if it's in the key of C? So, lift me up, hold me down. Doesn't really quite match. So, what about the key of A major? Lift me up, hold me down. Uh-oh, I think we have a match. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Again, the A matches the home key. So, or the key that all the rest of the melody is trying to basically eventually end at, right? Safe and sound. Because pretty much every song has that one note that all the other keys and all the other melodies and all the other chords resolve to. Whatever that note is, that is the key of the song. So here, we now know that the key of the song, Lift Me Up by Rihanna, is in the key of A major. Lift me up, hold me down. So once you find the key of the song, it's essential that you go and learn the scale for that key, and you also want to go and learn the chords of that key. And you really should do this for all the other keys if you want to get really proficient in learning music, because then once you figure out the key of the song, if you know the scale of that key and the chords that belong to that key, you will be able to easily figure out what those chords are for that song and what the melody is for that song, because you have a library to kind of pull from as opposed to randomly figuring out the notes. So that is how you figure out the key of the song, and that is how you know what people mean when they talk about a song that's in a particular key. So for my surprise, I do have another video where I show you how to play piano chords by ear for complete beginners. I will provide a link for that either at the top left or the top right of this video. So if this video or if this tutorial was helpful, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. I am very interactive with my folks who watch videos and ask questions. I'll be more than happy to help you there. And make sure that you turn on the notification bar if you want more tutorials like these. I usually upload these videos about maybe once or twice a week, and this to help you. Again, this channel is really geared towards complete beginners. For those who are watching, if you're accomplished or if you're intermediate, you're like, okay, this is child's play. This channel is not for you. This is for people who are trying to learn piano for the very first time. So thank you for watching. Again, if you have not signed up for my free 3-step piano video in the description box, be sure to do that before you leave this tutorial. So thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you in a future video.